Welcome, guys. I'm just doing a kind of impromptu little live stream so we can chat a little bit about what's going on. I guess preparing for the summer. A couple of the previous videos that have been out on the channel. Anthony from the Knights of Horror. Welcome, sir. He and I just finished filming for the Boo Bros, an East versus West podcast. It's going to be a fun one to watch. It's a coast comparison, so make sure to check that out when it comes out. It should probably be out in the next 2 weeks because we kind of are like backfilling, filming in advance, preparing to get editained. Anthony, don't get too excited. Today's just kind of like chilling. It's been a while since I've done a live stream, so I wanted to do one without necessarily having like a pretense or a purpose. Just get on here and chat with everybody. Daniel Kaiser. Hola, what's up, amigo? Adam, sup, dude? Sup, man? Been a while. So I'm hearing Halloween might come to HHN Hollywood this year. Maybe. I know that Halloween may be coming. Speculated. Hopefully it's Halloween 2018. But just like this, let's chat about all these different things, guys. You guys want to talk some haunts? You want to talk some water parks? Kings Dominion Soak City is opening up this coming weekend. Brittany Phillips. Hey, Brittany. How's it going? I was at KD on water for a field trip. I was at KD on water for a field trip. And I rode Twisted Timbers back row, and it is a whole different coaster. Yeah, Twisted Timbers, depending on where you're sitting, could be a little bit jerky. Want to talk to you, boo bro? Brittany Phillips, how is the baby doing? So, so far everything is coming along well. If everything goes well, the baby is due late summer. So, I'm excited to invite a little edutainment to the world, and also terrified. It's like no matter how much research and videos I do, at the end of doing the research, at the end of watching a video, at the end of reading some type of content, I feel just as unprepared as I did before starting to read it. So anybody who has kids maybe could relate. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Adam, I believe it was TLEV who might have said it in a video. Adam, maybe. I haven't watched a TLEV video recently. Those guys over on the West Coast. I know my boy Anthony from the Knights of Horror knows them well. I meant to say Saturday, but autocorrected. Oh, okay. So instead of water, you meant Saturday. I was at KD Saturday. Yeah. Twisted Timbers is dope, and Saturday's a busy day. How, was it super busy over there? The Knights of Horror and you probably going to win this year too. Oh, for the Try Not to Get Scared challenge? Oh, yeah. I think Anthony is the reigning champ right now. Dude, you're going to be a great dad. Don't stress. Don't stress it. Enjoy every moment. I know. I mean, I like to tell myself that, but it is a little tough. Hey, Randy from BGW photo fan, Busch Gardens Williamsburg photo fan, one of the best photographers, always gets me in my like candid states. This recent weekend, he took some photos of me, sent them over my way. It was so hot, I was a sweaty mess. I was like, oh gosh, when I saw the pictures, I was like, this is what people who spotted me out there saw. A sweaty mess. Adam, Eddie, I became a father 2 years ago. Best thing that ever happened to me. No, I'm super excited, and I think there's going to be some type of revelation that occurs once the baby's here. And I've definitely been growing more and more warm to the idea. Maybe, Adam, you as a father could relate when you're first hit with the news that you're going to have a baby. It kind of isn't real. And it takes a while for you as a man, because you're not experiencing it physically, to kind of accept that idea. Now, I could touch Monique's belly and occasionally feel a kick. We go to the doctor and I could hear the heartbeat, so it's pretty cool. It's definitely an idea that has sunk in, and now I'm excited and nervous. I'm scared and I'm nervous. Daniel Kaiser. I wasn't busy? Nice. I need to head back to Kings Dominion. I love Kings Dominion, and I haven't been there in a while because we've had trips to like Orlando, and then this past weekend we went to Busch Gardens, and I've also been very busy with things outside of YouTube. But I'm trying to stay consistent. That's why I did this live stream as well. I did a video on Monday. If you guys haven't checked that out, make sure to go check out that video. I accepted the Ride the 5 Coaster Challenge over at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and I gave it my best shot. I won't spoil the video for you. Go check it out and see how I did. But I also, I give you some history on the rides because some of those rides are hitting momentous like years and milestones in their history. For example, Alpengeist is 25 years old. Information just like that and more on all the coasters, all the 5 coasters that I ride are in that video. So make sure to go check it out, as well as I had to finish my food and wine lanyard, which I still had 4 food tastings. So we get some food and wine in there as well. Brittany Phillips, you will do fine. You will be a great dad. Oh, Brittany, thank you so much. How about this? This is one thing that I keep on telling Monique, and I keep on telling everybody. Everybody's like, strollers, and all that stuff. And I'm like, no strollers. It's going to be a car seat. And when he gets out of the car seat, I'm going to wear him as a front backpack. And that's how I'm going to explore the theme parks. And I could do my, talking to you guys. And, hey, we're at Kings Dominion. Myself and the baby. And, he'll be right here looking at you guys. I think that'll be cool. Put live chat on. Overtop chat so you can see everyone. Oh, okay. Let's see. Live chat. Interesting. I've never changed it to live chat. Welcome. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by your community guidelines. Interesting. What's the difference between the regular chat that I was just on and live chat? Do only certain people pop up on top chat? Randy, thank you for confirming. I was a sweaty mess. Yes. I hope I didn't capture that in the video. I was trying to, only film from here up so you guys didn't have to deal with my sweaty messness. Daniel Kaiser, Pantheon or Velocicoaster? I mean, that's an easy one. Velocicoaster, the theming takes that ride to a whole new level. And I think there are some elements that Pantheon does not have that Velocicoaster does. Just the way that they put it together. The line queue, too. There's no comparison. Pantheon line queue is as basic as it gets. Protect the child at all cost. This is the way. This is the way. Mandalorian reference. I like it. Being I've only been on Velocicoaster, that ride takes the W. I mean, you don't have to even ride Pantheon to know that Velocicoaster is better. But I will say, Pantheon has to be hands down the best coaster over at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and a very comparable coaster to Velocicoaster at Universal Studios budget-wise. So, like, if you were to get Velocicoaster and put it in a lower budget park, you would get Pantheon. And that's exactly what happened. New East versus West tomorrow on Boo Bros. Yes, guys. If you don't follow the Boo Bros, it's a YouTube channel where a lot of creators came together. It's about like 8 of us or something like that, from East to West. Myself, the Knights of Horror, which is in the chat, Anthony, do a podcast called the East versus West podcast. Anthony is over in California. I am over in the DC metro area. And we both experience Halloween Horror Nights, Hallow Screams, and different haunt events that are comparable. We come together on the East versus West podcast to do comparisons and talk about these different events from coast to coast. The only place where you can get your dose of both coasts. So make sure to go check us out on the East versus West podcast on the Boo Bros, as well as all the other Boo Bros on there. There's plenty of content from East to West going over travel, theme parks, and haunted events, and of course, specifically, Halloween Horror Nights during that time of the year. It's Cody. Yo, I'm back. Welcome back, Cody. Z Sullivan. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, Z Sullivan. If SeaWorld buys Cedar Fair, King's Dominion would definitely hate that. Oh, yeah, but I think Cedar Fair already turned that down. Brittany Phillips. No, trust me. You're going to want a stroller. Babies can get very heavy. But if he's sitting here, he's just like a part of me, you know? The weight. And then I'll counterbalance him by wearing a backpack so I don't tip forward, you know? I think I got this. Randy just keeps confirming that I was a sweaty mess. Thanks, Randy. Brittany Phillips. Yes. I don't know what you're saying yes to. Sorry, I'm a little behind on the chat. I'm trying to catch up. The Nights of Horror Top Chat is only certain at a time. With live chat, it's live in time as they send the chat to you. Ah, very nice. When you going to Water Country, USA? Oof. So, Brittany, if you don't know, I'm like 2.5 hours away from Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. So, obviously, that's like 2.5 hours away from Water Country, USA. I wanted to go last week for their opening. We'll see. This weekend, maybe. I want to ride Aquazoid, obviously, their new ride. But it will come this summer. I promise you. I will go to Water Country, USA. Hey, the myth, the man, the myth, the legend, Zombie Chris is in the house. One of the Boo Bros. We were just talking about the Boo Bros channel. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, Boo Bros, and subscribe to Zombie Chris. Subscribe to Anthony at the Nights of Horror. All these guys are putting out great content. Yo, is that beautiful Zombie Chris? Yeah, that's who it is. You should do your top coasters in Virginia as a video, like rank them for a video. You know, Daniel, that is something that I've considered. I don't think I've done a top 5 for King's Dominion, so I want to do a top 5 coasters for King's Dominion. I think I did a top 5 for Busch Gardens Williamsburg, so I need to follow that up with the top 5 for King's Dominion, and then maybe follow that up with the top 5 in general for Northern Virginia, or Virginia in general. Or maybe I do the DC metro area and include Six Flags. Dancing alone with a rental. Backpacking a kid is super cool. It'll be front packing because he'll sit right here. That way he could interact with the camera and he could give you some feedback because he'll probably start talking at like 3 months or something like that. It's probably going to be very advanced. Talking at 3 months, walking at 6 months, working full time after a year. That's what I expect. And I will accept nothing less from my offspring. Just kidding. The Nights of Horror. Zombie Chris. The Nights of Horror. Eddie, East versus West Coast comparisons with a different Boo Bro as a guest. That'd be dope. That would be dope. What if we got 2 different Boo Bros from the East and West and let them do a takeover of East versus West? Z Sullivan, do you think Pumpkin Eater at King's Dominion could compete with Hollow Scream Scare Zones? You know, Z Sullivan, I would have to say yes. I think so. King's Dominion was mighty impressive last year, and I'm looking forward to this year them having several more houses. Last year they only had 5, but I know that in the past they've had, I think, 9 and even 10 houses. I may be overshooting that, but I know that they've had more houses than 5. So this year, fingers crossed. I hope they have like 9. That'd be dope. I know Cornstalkers hasn't gone down, so it's still there. Zombie Chris. I gotta go on every ride with the baby because they won't be scary big tall rides. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Chris isn't a huge fan of big roller coasters or roller coasters in general. So yeah, if the baby's riding, Chris is down. Just a FYI, my baby will never ride Jimmy Fallon. Daniel Kaiser, here's a real question. What's better, I-305, Twisted Timbers, or Volcano? RIP. All right, so That's an unfair one. I would say, oh man, they're so different in their own respect. But if I had to pick one of the three, it would have to be Volcano. Volcano was an amazing roller coaster. Volcano, the Blast Coaster, RIP. Between Twisted Timbers and I-305, I would have to say Twisted Timbers just because I don't gray out in Twisted Timbers. I-305, I gray out for a second there, and it's always like kind of coming to my wits halfway through the ride. But I do love I-305, and it's an intense ride. It does what it's supposed to. Adam, Blumhouse Dashcam comes out next Friday. I think. What's your thoughts? Oh yeah, Dashcam. I don't know, man. I haven't done enough research on this one. But I'm a fan of Blumhouse. We'll see. I will do my best to watch. Has anybody watched Morbius? I wanted to watch that, but I've kind of been caught up. And I haven't been able to watch it. But that seemed like it was going to be a cool idea with Jared Leto. And I don't know. I don't know how it turned out. Hunter Castleberry. I came back home on Saturday last week. From where, Hunter? Z Sullivan. Actually, mostly in 2017 to 19, we mostly had 7 or 8. Okay. All right. So, but we've had more. So, we've had 7 and we've had 8. Maybe this year being a year returning to like full haunt at King's Dominion, we could get 9. Fingers crossed. Zombie Chris, yeah, I'm always down. Just let me know so I can peep my schedule. All right. Okay. BGW photo fan Randy. It was not that great to me. What was not? The heat? Yeah, it was hot overall, my friend. I was melting away in the parks. Hunter Castleberry. Orlando. Oh, nice. You were in Orlando. Did you get to check out Islands of Adventure and Universal, or what parks did you check out, Hunter? Z Sullivan. And the reason why we haven't had the full hunt was all thanks the Winterfest. Really? You think it was because Winterfest? I thought it was just because they were having employee shortages. Winterfest is pretty awesome though. I ain't gonna lie. Last year I had a blast. Morbius movie. Oh, okay. Gotcha. It wasn't that good. That's unfortunate. I kind of really wanted to see Jared Leto have a role within one of the comic book movies that was legit, given that they kind of seemed like they messed up his Joker. Zombie. Is Katie Haunt free with ticket or a separate ticketed event? No, it's free with your ticket. It's not a separately ticketed event, and it's included in your annual pass. So that's awesome. I get to go. Where's my... Do I have my... No, I don't have my Platinum Pass with me. It's in my car. But I do have my UOAP Preferred Pass. Brett. But yeah, Chris, you ever come down? I do get like discounted tickets for King's Dominion and their Haunt events and their Winterfest event. So if you want to go to any of them, come on through and I'll take you. You went to all the parks? So you went to Disney as well? Oh, and Volcano Bay. What'd you think about Volcano Bay? The water theme park. And you beat the heat. I see what you did there. I did do a video talking about beating the heat at Islands of Adventure. My content, unfortunately, over at Universal Studios, hasn't hit home with an audience. So I don't get the most views, but as most of you guys know that watched me for long enough, Universal Orlando Resorts is like my home away from home. I love being there, and this channel was mostly started due to a love of those theme parks that spread to the love of several other theme parks like the ones that I covered today. So eventually one day I hope to garner a bigger audience over that way so that those videos make more of an impact. But until then, I will continue to produce them, and I am continuing to try to make things a little bit better, add a little bit more B-roll, make the videos a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. And hopefully it's coming along and you guys are enjoying the changes that have been coming to the content. Have you missed any of the tribute stores? I think I missed the Christmas tribute store last year. That's the only one. And I also have, Chris, thank you for bringing that up. I have POVs of all the tribute stores, or well, a good amount of the tribute stores at Universal Studios Orlando. So if you're ever curious about what a tribute store is and what they're like, you can check out a full POV. I go through them nice and slow, add some, special transitions as well as music to be fitting to the actual rooms. Sullivan, sorry. I actually meant the reason why we hadn't had a full haunt was thanks to Winterfest. But really, why do you think that? I feel like the reason why we didn't have a full haunt was because of employee and staffing issues. But maybe you know something that I don't. I mean, I was just going off of, personally what I thought was going on. I didn't really have any insider information. Dancing Alone with rentals. My friends met a guy who retired from King's Dominion. He was there his whole career. He was in charge of ride maintenance. Should I try to go get his number so you could possibly interview him? If he reached out to me, I'd be interested for sure. That's definitely a cool job, and maybe we could even interview him on the East versus West podcast. We have done that before. We've interviewed scare actors at Busch Gardens, but I always do tread carefully with that type of stuff because sometimes the parks don't want you to have that insider information posted publicly. So I would tread carefully, but I'd be interested. If you reached out to me, I definitely would entertain the conversation and see if it's possible. Hunter Castleberry, I had a dream about we were at Orlando because you are my favorite YouTube person. Hunter, I appreciate that so much, man. That's so nice to hear. And hopefully, we get a chance to meet up for Halloween Horror Nights or something one of these years in Universal. I do go there frequently enough, so the odds are much better than typical. Z Sullivan, the best way to get through the toxic tunnel in Halloween Horror Nights is just a run through as fast as possible. I've never been to Hollywood's Halloween Horror Nights, so I've never experienced the toxic tunnel. Dancing Alone with rentals. I had a dream I was giving Paul McCartney advice on where to eat lunch. I wonder why Paul McCartney would ask me for my advice. Hey, you'd be surprised. They're just regular people. They're just regular people. So is everybody here going or have been to Halloween Horror Nights? I know obviously Zombie Chris has been. I know obviously the Nights of Horror has been. But has anybody else in the chat been to Halloween Horror Nights or planning to go for their first time this year? I'll be going. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Z Sullivan, you haven't. You've just seen it. So you haven't even seen Toxic, or You haven't actually experienced Toxic Tunnel at Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood? Hunter Castleberry. I might go to Halloween Horror Nights or Busch Gardens Howl-Scream. I mean, you'll like either one. Are you Hunter? Are you here in Virginia or are you in Florida? Zombie Chris, I have, yes, Senor Chris. We know, we've seen your tons and tons of amazingly edited content over at Halloween Horror Nights. Randy, you've never been, but maybe this year. All right, Randy. I don't know what's holding you back, but if there's anything I can do to help you plan the trip, I would like to consider myself a bit of a savant when it comes to planning a trip. I could get great prices on flights, tickets, hotel, all that fun stuff. Brittany Phillips, just Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Brittany, you could live vicariously through my videos, but hopefully you get to go soon. Oh, you're in Richmond. Okay. All right. You're not too far from me. All right. So let's flip the script. Who's been to Howl-Scream at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg? So obviously I know Busch Gardens, Williamsburg photo fan Randy has gone. You guys know I have been. Who has not been? Obviously, Zombie Chris hasn't been to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, so he will not have gone. For sure, Randy. Let me know. I kind of enjoy planning these trips, too. Hunter, you been to Howl-Scream? Very nice. Have you gone, Hunter? Have you gone like consecutive years in a row, or have you been like skipping around? I've gone like for like the past like 4 or 5 years consecutively, I would have to say. Since I started this channel, I've definitely gone at least once a year. Last year, I probably went the most amount of times that I did. Last year's haunt season, man, I was busy. I was doing like 2 parks every weekend type of busy. Brittany, you been to Howl-Scream? You live 20 minutes away? Nice. That's convenient. I wish I didn't have to drive as far as I do for Howl-Scream or Busch Gardens in general, but it's well worth it. It's a beautiful park. Zombie Chris, I haven't. Well, Zombie Chris, we need to, kind of remedy that issue. Or this guy will come haunt your dreams if you don't go to Howl-Scream. Hey, that rhymed. I hope to see you there sometime next year. Next year? I'll be there several times this year, so if you see me out there, make sure to say hi. And a lot of the viewers have recently stopped and asked if I could take a picture with them, and that's been super cool. Haven't had that happen, but it's happened a few times as of recent. Super fun. Love it when you guys take a picture with me and then post it online so that you could tag me on it. That's super cool. Zombie Chris. Actually, I do. If I do Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, Howl-Scream, and San Diego, then I would have done the Howl-Scream World Tour. Huh? Oh, wait. No, you wouldn't have. There's a Howl-Scream in San Antonio, Texas. Have you done that one? So you still have three to go, I think. You need Williamsburg, um, San Diego, and San Antonio. Oh, dang it. Yep. I'm going next month. June, July, August. Okay. Brittany Phillips. I didn't know there was one in Texas. Yeah, there's one in Texas. It's I believe it's SeaWorld, um, San Antonio. I think I found out about it either last year or the year before, so it's fairly new info for me as well. But my parents live in Texas, so hopefully soon I'll be able to go there, stay at their place. They live in Houston, so it's still a decent drive, but at least I'll have a free place to stay and a free car to drive there. I might have to get a hotel there for the night that I go to Halloween. The HHN World Tour is money. Yes. So, if you did the HHN World Tour, you would have to go to Japan, California, and Orlando. Right? Is there somewhere else? I think that's it. Hunter Castleberry for the summer water park and Busch Gardens roller coaster rides. Nice, man. Yeah. Brittany was asking earlier when I'm going to Water Country USA. Hopefully soon. I've heard great things about it. As far as Water Country USA, have any of you been to Water Country USA as well as Kings Dominion Soak City? I would love to hear a comparison if you could match them up as far as like what to expect going from one to another. I know that Water Country USA is the largest in the in Virginia, so it's got to be bigger than Soak City. But what's it like? And Singapore. Okay, so there's four. Gosh, I hope one day to say, Chris, that we finished all four. That that would be undeniably the biggest Halloween Horror Nights fans if we completed all four. I don't think there's very many people who have. We would be part of a very select few. It's like people who survived getting eaten by a whale, a humpback whale. We would be that part of a select few. Hunter Castleberry. I hope I will work at King's Dominion Halloween Haunt sometime and in the future. You know, they're always looking for employees, so I'm not sure, Hunter, if you're of legal age to actually go and work at King's Dominion, but they are always looking to hire. How long have we been going? All right, we've been going for 33 minutes. I'll probably hang out for another like 10 minutes, guys. So if you have any other questions, and if anybody has been to both Water Country as well as Soak City, please let me know. Give me a comparison of the two. I really want to go to Water Country USA, and I've never been, but I've been to Soak City, so it'd be nice to have like a little bit of a reference point as far as like comparably what they'd be. Then Hunter, I would go online and look into it. Kings Dominion is always hiring, and definitely for like their special events. And I know last year for their special events like Howl-O-Scream and Winterfest, they were paying a handsome penny for those seasonal events, those seasonal positions. Not sure if you saw Sir Henry's dropped the first trail announcement. No, I did not see that. Interesting. All right, let's pull that up, Chris. Let's see on my phone. Is it on Twitter, I'm assuming? Or on Instagram? First trail announcement. Ooh. And they have a teaser trailer. Does that mean we have some Zombie Chris content coming out soon? Oh. This is what I'm watching. It's a little teaser trailer from at Sir Henry's. Super cool local event in Orlando. What's the area? Plant City, Florida. Actually, it's not Orlando. Might have to look into that a little bit more. Zombie Chris, are you making a video on it? Alrighty, guys, the chat's going kind of silent. I just wanted to jump on, have a quick chat with you guys, answer any questions you had. You know, just have a little back and forth as far as like what's going on with content. The upcoming haunt season getting closer and closer with Universal starting their announcements. Go on the Boo Bros podcast, East versus West. Not the Boo Bros podcast, the Boo Bros channel, East versus West podcast is on there, and we talk about the recent announcement that Halloween Horror Nights had for their Monsters Classic Monster Maze announcement. 2 different lazy rivers, 3 kids play places. Is that for at Water Country USA? Okay. 2 different lazy rivers, 3 kids places. Oh, okay. And overall, Brittany, would you say it's a really nice park? I think I have to be 18 to work for Halloween Haunt, but I'm 25 years old. I'm thinking I'm allowed to for it on the website. Yeah, I think you would. At 25, I think you should be able to work Halloween Haunt. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to start wrapping this up. It was a pleasure speaking to all of you guys. Thank you so much for everybody who jumped on. You know, I'm going to try to do a little bit more of the live streams. I was doing them for a little bit there. Just been getting busy, but still trying to release content for you guys. So I've been releasing at least some weekly content on my visits to the park. Trying to change the style as well, so the editing takes a little bit longer. But it's all in a process to make the content better for you guys. So hopefully you are enjoying the updated versions of my videos with a little bit more B-roll, a little bit more editing, and, you know, softness to the transitions. Thank you guys for jumping on. Wait, hold on, Brittany. Yes, we love it a bunch of different level rides, but some of them, like the new one, is required for 2 people at least, and I recommend water shoes. Interesting. Okay, so I might take water shoes, and that would suck if I couldn't ride Aquazoid by myself. Hopefully they have a single rider line. Brittany, I appreciate you giving me that feedback, and I look forward to going and checking out Water Country USA, and you better be the first one to comment on that video when I post it. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for jumping on. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little live stream and getting to chat. We'll do a couple more live streams, a little bit more specific to events and things coming in the future very, very soon. So stay tuned to the channel. Like, comment, subscribe to... I don't know. But don't forget to ask yourself, have you been entertained?